Good morning, guys. Welcome to Bible Story Day 5. My name is Miss V.
I'm Jade here.
And I am Jaden.
Earlier today, you guys learned about the greatest commandment of all. That was when Jesus was asked by a Pharisee, which is the most important commandment of the law. Jesus replied to him, love your Lord, your God, with all your heart and with all your soul. Love him with all your mind. This is the first and most important commandment. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Everything is written in the law and the prophets is based on these two commandments. So, we see that Jesus, instead of telling him every single one of the rules, the laws that God has given the prophets from the time of Abraham, Noah, Moses, and on and on and on and on. He just mixed it all up, summarized everything up, and gave them all one thing to remember. Love your God and love your neighbors as you love yourselves. Now, we have a little game that we need, or we call, Do We Love the Same Way? Jaden and JD are gonna explain to you what you're gonna do at home. You guys are gonna find a blanket maybe, or I don't know, something that you can put between yourselves. You need a partner. And for that, someone has to read to you at home 1 Corinthians 13 verses 4 to 6. Right now, I'm going to read them to them. And if you want, you can play with us as I read it. Every time I read one of the descriptions on one of the qualities of love, they're gonna do one gesture, they're just gonna react, they're gonna express how love, or how they think that kind of love feels or looks like. Okay? And if they actually match each other, they get a point. They win. And so on. So, are you guys ready? Okay, so, love is patient.
Alright, I'm ready. You ready?
Yes, I think I'm ready.
Alright.
I think that's better, but okay.
Yeah, I was way better.
Love is kind. Done?
I think so. That works too. Okay.
Love is not happy with evil.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
I don't know. Yeah, sure. Okay, here we go.
Ready?
Yeah.
That was the best one. Okay,
I would put it the hard
so
way.
as you can see, that game is not an easy one to play. Because how do you react to someone? You cannot see how you match the expressions, how you act or react to the description of love. There are different kind of love, or the different descriptions of it in the Bible. Not an easy one, I guess. Perfect. But you can keep trying at home. For now, I think we're gonna send you to Bible Story with Kellen.
Well, hello there. Who are you looking at? You looking at me? Huh? You looking at me? Are we rolling? Oh, hello, I'm Kellen, and we've been having a lot of fun taking a closer look at the world around us. So I have a mirror here, but it's not just any mirror, it's a two-way mirror. The way it works is that one person can see through it from the side where it's darker, and the person on the other side sees a reflection of themselves when the light is on them. So here's me, but when I stand behind it and change the lighting, can you see me now? Cool, right? I'm seeing a reflection of myself, but if we change the lights again, I see you. Cool, right? Alrighty, well, we'll come back to that later. So our story today actually comes from two different books of the Bible. Now, they're both pretty famous passages. The first is from the book of Matthew, where the Pharisees are asking a question of Jesus. First, let me explain who the Pharisees were. They were a group of religious leaders who tried to honor God by following a bunch of religious rules. The problem was, they focused so much on following the rules that they didn't love God or other people very well. They also didn't like how Jesus claimed to be the Son of God, and they didn't like how everyone seemed to be following after him. When one of the Pharisees asked his question, he was really trying to put Jesus to the test and see if Jesus might say something that would get him in trouble. So he asked Jesus this question: which is the greatest commandment in the law? Now, the law he was referring to was the law in the Old Testament that had lots of rules. Lots of rules for all kinds of things, like what kind of work you could do on certain days of the week, or making sure you covered your water wells, or to not eat owls. Seriously, it's in there. Check it out. So Jesus answers them and says, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul. Love him with all your mind. This is the first and most important commandment, and the second is like it. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Everything that is written in the law and the prophets is based on these two commandments." Jesus basically sums up the law with those 4 verses. There are more than 600 rules in the Old Testament, and Jesus says here what you need to do. Love God, love people. That's it. Crazy, right? But how do we love someone? I mean, what is love? The Apostle Paul had some things to say about love in the book of 1 Corinthians. Paul said, "Love is patient, love is kind. Love does not dishonor others." He also says that love does not look out for its own interests. Love is full of joy. It always protects. It never gives up. Love never fails. Now, that's a lot of beautiful words about love, but what does it look like in our everyday life? What does it look like for love to be patient? Okay, what if your little brother or sister has destroyed the Lego tower you built for the 3rd or 4th time? Showing them love might mean that you're patient and that you don't get angry at them. What does it look like for love to be kind? Well, maybe there's a new kid at school or at camp, and maybe they don't look or sound like you or any of your friends. It may not be easy, but to show that person love means to show kindness. Invite them to sit with you at lunch or play with you at recess, even if your other friends don't want to. What does it look like for love to never fail? That's a big one, right? To say that love never fails? Well, I don't think Paul was saying that love is always easy. It's not. And sometimes we might feel that love has failed when you try to show someone kindness or patience and they make fun of you or they ignore you. But I think maybe Paul is saying that we can't give up. And if we continue to show people love, it will change them and change us, even if we can't see it immediately. I think it's also good to remember that God is described as love, and what God did by sending us his son Jesus will never fail. Even when we mess up, God still loves us, and we can show that same love to others. Here, let me show you something. So we're back at this two-way mirror. Remember that it works because of light. When you light up one side of the mirror and lower the light on the other side, the person that has the light shining on them is able to be seen. So when I shine the light on myself, I can look in the mirror and see myself. Hey, Kellen. But when we turn the light down on ourselves and we turn the light up on the other side of the mirror, we turn the light on others. We turn the focus on other people and we can see who they are and what they need. When we take a closer look at others, we're able to see them as God sees them and live for God by loving them. Pretty incredible, right? So, as you go home and as you meet new friends in the next few weeks, remember that you can live for God by showing others God's love. And keep a lookout because there are so many things to learn about God when you take a closer look. I'll see you guys next time.
Welcome back, guys. I hope you liked the story. And now I need you guys to go find your focus notebook and your 3D glasses. On page 19, it says you can live for God by loving others. Your activity on this one is you're gonna draw a big heart on this page and you're gonna fill it with as many qualities and characteristics of love you can think of. I think that's easy. What are the things you can think of that are true to or love all the time? About love at all times.
I don't know.
What are the things you choose to do out of love? Even when you don't feel like it. You can share probably with your family and friends at home. You can take I don't know, like probably a closer look at Bible. 1 Corinthians 13 talks about love and has a lot of descriptions about love. You can read that and come up with more ideas, more characteristics, more descriptions, I guess, of love. And you can do your heart. You can fill it up. Trust me, something you can find in there. As we close today, because today is the last day. We have one more thing that is in your package. It says, I have asked Jesus to be my Savior. I don't understand what it means to follow Jesus. I am ready to put my faith in Jesus. I understand what it means to follow Jesus, but I am not ready to make that decision yet. This is in your package. You can pick a card in whichever matches you better, whichever stage you are. And again, if you have any questions, if you don't understand what it is, what it means to follow Jesus, there's always someone you can talk to. There's always an answer in the Bible. And you can actually reach out to us for an answer. If someone at home might not have all the answers you're looking for, reach out to us. We can actually help you. But if you feel like you need to fill some of these cards and don't have anyone that can answer those questions, please do reach out to us. When you take a closer look at the people around you, you see ways you can live for God by loving others. Maybe you love others by encouraging them with a kind note, or love others by baking them cookies, to let them know you were thinking of them. Maybe you showed love to a friend by helping them with homework, or show love by to your sibling by spending time with them. Spend time this week looking for ways on how you can live for God by loving others. Please find ways to love others. And I'm going to pray. Dear God, your love for us is limitless. Help us to live out your love by the way we treat others. We need to be reminded often of that. You love us, and you love us first and best when you sent Jesus to be our Savior. Help us look for ways to share your love with others. Thank you for an amazing week. And as BBS ends, help us to remember what we learned and continue to focus on you.